And I'm talking about Priscila Cachoeira with the first round TKO against Ariane Lipski. For whatever reason here, AJ, and I'm going to be honest, for whatever reason here, there's a lot of people who get really hung up on, one, I honestly think it's the looks of Ariane Lipski. They really fell in love, enamored with the personality and the persona of the Ariane Lipski. But on top of that, the nickname, Queen of Violence. So they immediately think, oh, she's going to come out here and she's going to knock out Cachoeira and all that. But I'm just like, Well, if you look at Priscila Cachoeira, last fight against Ji-Yeon Kim, who is a bona fide striker, legit striker. Yeah, it doesn't have the greatest resume, but if you look at pure boxing, come on, brother. Long, lanky, stiff jab, big combos. Ariane Lipski doesn't really provide that. Heavy, nasty Muay Thai, but you start to make it a dogfight, and all of that kind of goes out the window. And that's what Priscila Cachoeira does more than anything. She's called Zombie Girl for a reason, because she takes damage, keeps walking forward, and puts your lights out. And she did that. And I called TKO here, AJ, one, because of the medical stuff that was going on that we've already talked about, but two, because if you turn that dogfight, you get her back against the cage and start wailing away, there's not too many women who can handle that onslaught. So I'm glad that I hit the nail on the head here, but I feel like as soon as the result happened, you were like, damn it, I knew this was going to happen. Talk to me.
Man, I was expecting Ariane Lipski to do exactly the opposite of what you're saying. She got lulled into the, or not lulled into the dogfight. She got drawn into the dogfight back against the cage. When I saw her just swinging ones and twos down the pipe, I knew, I was like, oh, this is Cachoeira's type of fight, excuse me. And that's exactly what happens, man. Not, like you said, not many women in the bantamweight division can take that kind of onslaught, that kind of power. Basically, 20 or 16 unanswered punches, man. Once Lipski really started to throw and then miss, and then Cachoeira had her back against the cage, man, I knew it was all over, because that's just Cachoeira's type of fight. If Lipski could have, been smooth, ducked out the side, kept it going, kept things at range, then I would have felt a little bit better. Then I would have been like, okay, yeah, this is what I was expecting to happen. But you get drawn into the dogfight, and that's another one right here, man. Cachoeira, for all the heat she caught before, she is still a dog nonetheless, man. What do you think?
And AJ, let's because listen, man, I'm hyped about the pick, but let's extrapolate a little bit on the heat that she caught. Right, it was not like it was unnecessary heat. This was some real heat for a good reason. Let's remember, Priscila Cachoeira. It wasn't just a few fights ago, man, where if you look against Jillian Robertson, she got choked out in the first round. But if you're not cheating, you're not trying, right? So they say. You're sticking your fingers in someone's eye, like, oh, get off me, eye gouge. Like, where's the eyeballs at? I'm looking for them, right? However, you get two big wins, especially a nasty knockout win against a legitimate Muay Thai fighter, and people seem to forget about these things. So we have not forgotten. That's still not cool. You still should not do that. But like I said, Ariane Lipski, man, this was just you get put into that dogfight. It's tough. So let's take a look real fast, AJ, at the resume of an Ariane Lipski. Lost to Priscila Cachoeira, get knocked out. You win against Mandy Baum, which we have seen. I'm not trying to hate, man, but Mandy Baum has been a little, after that big win coming into the UFC, very kind of fell off, right? We're starting to see where the talent really lies at right there. Montana De La Rosa, she got smashed bad by Montana De La Rosa. I remember that like it was yesterday. That was not good. Antonina Shevchenko got smashed. Same thing. Finished second round, right? Big win against Luana Carolina, but that's the fight that put her on the map, man. That knee bar. That's everyone. Oh my God, look at her. And I think people just keep going back to that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say that like it's a terrible, career, because look at the other losses. Molly McCann, who was definitely turned into a much more formidable opponent. Joanne Wood, legit right there. Win over Savannah Gomez Juarez. That's a huge win. That was in KSW right there. Diana Belbitsa. I mean, she has big wins, man. I'm not saying that Ariane Lipski is not a good fighter. I'm just saying when you get to this kind of upper, echelon of the UFC, man, it's just a tough outing right here. So let me just ask you this, man. Do you think that Ariane Lipski, what is her future with the UFC, man? Do you think they're going to keep feeding her? Because at this point, you have lost 3 of your last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 3 and 2 in your last 5. And listen, you have 3 wins since 2019. So, what do you think?
It's all those stats are rough stats, but I do think Ariane Lipski has a fan following, like you said, probably because of the beauty, probably because of the way she looks, and then the nickname, and people really are enamored when they see her fight. But man, I think they'll keep her around where she starts to lose like 5 in a row. Mm-hmm. Then they'll really start thinking about it, especially because the women's divisions are usually a little slimmer, as far as the depth chart goes. So I think they'll keep her around for now. But you keep on losing like this, it's not going to be for long.
Yeah, you got to give the company a reason to want to keep you around, right? But I will say for Priscila Cachoeira, she is now 4-4 in the UFC, which is actually something important to know, right? It's not like she's just been on this huge tear. 4-4 in the UFC, 7th career knockout win. That's big right there. She cashed in on that. I placed a prop on this, AJ. I placed a very tiny one just because I was like, let's just see what happens, man. It was like $3 or $4 on Cachoeira TKO, man, and I ended up winning like $30, right? And that's, imagine if you really would have put a full unit on that, you would have cashed in right there. So